So, a couple years ago, we introduced a map from one of my Hidden Cup events called Bay. And I was really excited about it. I thought it was a really cool map. And, I thought it produced some pretty good games. And anyways, my very serious map, which I spent a lot of time on, I really liked, everyone started calling Pants. So, ladies and gents, welcome to Bay, but it's Pants Edition because the title is actually Pants. And it's community game style. So we've got 8 players here. It's Nomad Start here. So you can see everyone's kind of set up around what you could consider the belt region of the Pants. And they're ready to go. 8 kings, and in these games, it is always the goal to kill the kings. But the kings will explode, and we'll see how things go. There is a review on this Pants mod. There was one single review from one of my mods, one of my friends, and one of the players or one of the viewers, it was probably a big part in memeing this whole thing to death when it first was created, named Ducks the Savior. And it says, keep your pants on while gaming. The first time I saw this map, I was in love. The 30th, 100th time, still in love. Look, gamer, you need to game with your pants on. Otherwise, okay, something weird about butts and thighs. You don't want that, do you? Just get your pants on. All right. Now, listen, if you're watching this, feel free to have your pants off. Just don't tell us about it, all right? But there's a reason I don't do any of this stuff with a camera on. That's all I'm saying. Go for comfort, all right? Anyways, we've got 8 players here. Things got weird. Very cool map. You've got, like, the big water region here. Otherwise, there's wood, stone, gold, hunt, whatever else spread out all around the map, okay? Now, because players want to get their TCs up pretty quickly, they're all kind of in a line here. But we've got the Legend of Explosive Hopper in this game. And he's ridiculously good at the game now. I've been seeing him play in a lot of Black Forest lobbies, so he's higher ranked than probably everyone. And he may or may not have a target on his back here. Let's look at his chat already. Oh, God. He's literally going to everyone and chatting. Okay, let's get our introductions. So, in the red, we have Ian. Ian's playing as the Saracens. In the purple here, we have DG playing as the Khmer. In the teal, we have Owned by Bazooka playing as the Malay. In the blue, we have the Mighty Grit playing as the Teutons. In the gray, we have Romans for the Fallen Tree Ninja. In the orange, we have Human playing as the Celts. In the green, we have Sir Explosive Hopper, who's going to be ready to, explode some people in this game, I'm sure, playing as the Sicilians. And then last but not least, the creator of the map, who actually got selected by our community game system for this, I did not rig him in, has traveled all the way down here. Shout out to Shulker for his work on making this a reality. He's playing as the Incas. So, the very first time that I saw Hopper play, if I recall, he was very chatty with people early on, and he'd basically try and be friends with everybody, okay? And he is going to town right now with individual messages to everyone. Look at this when I page up. It's insane. Like, I can't even get to it. Hey, let's be friends, Mighty. Oh, my God. And then he says only to himself, I'm killing this guy first for sure. Oh, God. Okay. And then he says, he says, hey, DG. Let's be friends. Okay, keeps going. And then is he still chatting to people? Hey, I think we're neighbors. He's on orange now. Okay, got it. Dang. Anyways, it's like stressing me out to look at so many messages here. But listen, this guy, yes. I tried to put more of a target on his back when the game started. I said, listen, he's got a reputation. We'll see what people do. And, I'm very curious to see how things develop. Now, as far as the map goes, I think it would make sense for players to eventually work their way this direction, right? Like in Castle Age, when you can make new town centers, you do not want to build up all those town centers next to everyone else's base. You want to move around. The Shulker has already thought about that with his king. You can tell this king has lost weight compared to the other kings. Look at the kings that have stayed home. Okay, bad example. Okay, it's in the town center. Anyways, I was going to make a joke that some kings are fat. There you go. See, this guy, he hasn't moved around as much. But Shulker's king has walked across the whole planet, so he's not doing too bad. Now, Mighty Grit did say something along the lines of, we need to stick together and work against the big guys. But you know, that's easier said than done at times. And I think the fact that everyone here is in a line could be extremely problematic. We could have a massive domino effect if someone dies. Like, if gray died here, it would probably kill blue. If blue dies here, it definitely kills bazooka. If bazooka dies, purple's not too far off away from dying. And, I mean, I think Shulker will be safe for a while, but we'll just see. See how things end up going here. I do not know too much about some of these players and their level. So we'll have to keep an eye on the eco count here. But like I said, Hopper started off in community games, got progressively better and better and better at the game. He was doing well in community games when his level was lower than it is now. But I've seen him around. Like, there's a big Black Forest community, and he plays a lot of Black Forest games. I think he's like maybe 1600 rank or something, which is pretty high. Now, Mo, oh God, poor Mo. Okay, so Mo, when he got selected for his first community game ever. And he said, I just finished a 70-hour work week. I feel like this whole week has been worth it now. He got so excited that he got into this game, and now he's next to Explosive Hopper, which I think could possibly be bad for him. Orange is now scouting underneath Hopper's TC. And if he were to delete his king, it would completely screw over Hopper. But, you know, Hopper is not going to want to kill that king because that would lead to an explosion, which could kill him. Orange, I think, is just scouting, and Orange obviously got into the game. He doesn't want to die here. He wants to make sure he makes his mark in some other way. All right. I don't have much more to say other than to say I hope people are excited to see how this game develops. Holy docks for Ian. Ian taking that fish boom seriously here. Dang. I mean, I'd be all over it as well if I could. I think Shulker's approach of building his eco over here will be very good for him. And Shulker, having played in community games, has helped make maps for community games. He's been around. He does have a weakness, and that weakness is he does not chat much. In fact, so we did a mini mod meetup with some of my mods a month ago now, 2 months ago, I don't even know. Anyways, so we had 6 of us. And so no, we had brought gaming laptops, and we did 2v2v2, whereas we're all sitting at the same table, drinking, having a good time. And it was Shulker, see if I remember the teams. It was Shulker and Ducks versus myself and Willis versus Azure and Take the Blue Pill, if you know any of these names. And I was like trying, if I recall, I believe I was trying to talk to like Shulker and Ducks' team via the Diplo and be like, yo, stop killing us. We kind of made a wonder and like went for relic victory and a bunch of stuff and put a big target on our back. Anyways, I was like, hey, stop killing me, basically. And no response. I'm sitting next to the guy at the table, no response. To be fair, maybe he just hated me because I was, you know, we were bullying them back. But okay. Let's see how things go. Ian says, why are my chat messages delayed by 3 minutes? That happens to me sometimes. That could be a bit of a problem. I guess it happened to Teal as well because he said no a bunch of times and all the messages came in at the same time. That, dude, that sounds like a mod. Diplomacy game, but your messages don't show up until 3 minutes later. It's more realistic communication because they didn't have instant forms of communication back then, right? They had to send, like, the carrier pigeons with information. What if you actually had like a trade cart that had the message, and when the trade cart arrives to the guy's base, he can go receive the message? Got that first commie game, Palm Sweats, is owned by Bazooka. I think it's his first game. I think it's Orange's first game. Grid, I think, has played before. I know Ian and Shulker have. I'm not sure about Fallen Tree Ninja. Hopper says, Mom didn't make spaghetti. Yeah, palms are sweaty and no spaghetti. Dude, I haven't had spaghetti in years. Oh, I really want spaghetti now. And also, Mom's spaghetti's the best. It doesn't make my palms sweaty, but... yeah, next time I'm home, I might need to ask my mom for spaghetti. My mom goes all out, man. When I visit, she's like, hey, son, what do you want? And I'm like, I want that meal, this meal, this meal. She makes tons of snacks. It's like I'm a kid again. Okay, so I want you guys to tell me if this is bad. I just thought of this. I didn't think I'd be admitting this in front of the internet. So, my birthday, which was a couple months ago, my mom sent a box. And it had, like, a bunch of different things. It had, like, a book that I'll probably never read. And not that came off mean, not because it's not a good book. It's because I always tell myself I'm going to read, and I just can't do it. I'm not a reader. The only books that I read is my Calvin and Hobbes collection. That's it. But anyways, so she sent a book, I had asked for some photos of the family and whatnot, nieces, nephews. So nice little, like, photography thing. But then she sent me, like, 4 big bags of my favorite snack that she would make, which is this type of cracker she makes. There's also a side story to the name of the cracker, which I could maybe tell. Anyways, they're massive bags. And, like, I'm the type of guy, if I have bad food in the house, I can't be trusted around it. I can't just have, like, a good portion size. I demolish it, right? And so I did that the first evening. I demolished the bag, and it was so good. But I'm like, I can't. I've got way too many snacks in this house. It's going to be a rough week. So I kept one of the bags of snacks, and I threw the other 2 out. Oh, I feel so bad about it. But, like, I feel like it's better for my health, you know? And as long as she doesn't watch this video, which sometimes she does, so this could be awkward, just kind of, like, wondering what you guys think about that. Does that make me a bad son? I feel like it's kind of understandable. I don't know. Anyways, they're fish booming here. I don't have much else to talk about. Orange did say, Hopper, what's the plan for good stream content here? And Hopper said, no clue yet. And then he said, are so cold, I need to turn off the AC. And Mo says, am I calling him human or am I calling him Mo? This is a human named Mo, so I think I could call him either. What are you saying? My controller is far from my PC. I don't understand. Debatable. It's not that bad. Maybe give it to someone. Yeah, I know. It was in the self-loathing moment because I ate way too much. I was like, get this out of my sight. I don't know how many people are relating to that feeling of self-loathing when you eat too many snacks, but I hope there's at least one person that's like, oh, I totally feel that. So there's a lot of green that is spread out. So Hopper's really used the different resources. The deer, you got berries. I guess just some buildings down here for the fish. There's tons of fishing ships out here.
Yes.
Castle Age time is coming for Gray. So he's going to be the first person to make a second TC. It's not bad. Everyone else seems to be following him. Now, up on this belt region of the pants, there's extra gold. And you have all the relics. There's actually not... Oh, no, I lied. Okay, there's relics over here. Interesting that there's relics on this leg and not on the other leg. No, they're not legs. This is Bay. I don't want to accidentally call this pants if this map comes back to tournaments sometime. I gotta condition myself against that. People still trying to chat. Hopper's not showing any immediate signs of danger towards people. I'm not seeing any stone being mined. Is anyone mining stone? Okay, we've got stone being mined by Ian, Mighty Grit, and then also Fallen Tree. So those could be players that could be aggressive early on. With a castle, maybe. I know I tell people to make a lot of fishing ships, but I feel like maybe this is a bit too much. Like, they're all over the salmon. Which I would be as well, but still, that's a long distance to travel there. Okay, there's a market. Hopper's like, hey, come trade with me. And Bazooka's wondering if Blue is allied with Gray. And Mighty Grit's like, yeah, maybe I should do that too. So they're trying to figure out a team. Purple, teal, blue, and gray. A 4-man team. Maybe right through the middle. Which is not ideal. Normally you want to be corner to corner. You named it Pants and Capture Age. I don't have control of this, okay? This is just false advertisement. Bazooka says, I don't like that Hopper has a whole third of the map to himself. And Blue says, yeah, we need to hold against the commie esporters in this lobby. So yeah, they're starting that chatter now about Hopper. Ian, let's be friends. We both have corner position. Okay. I don't know how you're planning to easily trade over there, though. Doesn't that get interesting? If Ian brings Villager over here to make markets, that could be awesome. DG says he's scared of red. Oh, he said it to red. He says, I'm scared of red. And then Ian immediately responds with, don't be scared of me. Oh, that's funny. And that's not the first time that he has accidentally typed to the wrong person in this game. He was called out earlier for it. Kind of feel bad for him. Yeah, so they're all just talking about being very aware. Someone says, I totally get it. Oh, God, my phone's ringing. Is my mom calling me? Oh, thank God. That would have been terrifying. Wish she was watching. I can never buy snacks for the whole week because I will eat all the snacks when I get home from shopping. It does not matter how much I bought. I will eat them right away and not stop until they're gone. Yeah, like, I have way more balance on it now as I did, you know, like 5 years ago. But especially nostalgic snacks, it sometimes there are moments of weakness which turn into overeating them. So I keep snacks in my house, but I do like smaller portion sizes, right? And I, you know, try and prevent a calamity by having a lot on hand. So I just know myself. Okay, so you want to hear the name of the snack, guys? Let me tell you. So basically, what they are, I don't even know the ingredients. It's not that crazy. So the oyster crackers, okay? And there's like it's oyster crackers with a mix of like herbs and seasoning, and it's got like a sweet and I don't know if it's like a sour cream and onion type flavor, but it's got like a sweet savory taste to it. Sweet, savory, salty taste, right? So it's just crackers with a mixture of various things. And the herbs that one of the herbs that's used is like a shoot, what's it called? Oh God, I'm such an idiot. Like a little green, a parsley, I think. Okay. And so growing up, one of my best friends, my neighbors, saw it, and every time he would want that food when he was a kid, he would call them hairy crackers. Because I guess for a child, the little green parsley flakes looked like little hairs or something. I don't know. So to this day, I'm 30 years old. I ask my mom to make hairy crackers for me for when I come home. The family just calls them hairy crackers. Not the most appealing thing ever, but I guess if that turns somebody off from wanting to eat them, that means there's more for me. So yeah. Look at the buildup down here, guys. They have really expanded. And then there's Hopper land. There's Hopper territory. No one wants to be near Hopper. We've got a castle here from Gray. You've got a castle here from Blue. And Hopper reaching out now to Blue saying, Teal, Purple, and Gray are in a squad. You better make base far from them. Ooh. Okay. Hello, my friend. Yeah, I'm trying to expand, but I'm noob. And Blue is leaving Hopper, but he's also kind of leaving the others, which is maybe what Hopper's suggesting. Hopper's King is the hardest to snipe right now. It is far away from everything. If you're 30, why are you T90, not T93? I didn't name myself T90 because of my first name being Tristan and my birth month or my birth year being 1990. A lot of people assume that, But I actually did it because I used to play a lot of soccer or football, okay? Or football. Don't get upset depending on where you're from. And I used to wear T90 lasers. If you search T90 lasers, we might have Hardy edited on screen. I used to wear those things. I was addicted to it. And actually, I still have like 2 or 3 pairs. And I've got like a bunch of T90 stuff from back in the day. So yeah, that's where I got the idea for the name. I just thought it sounded cool. And I didn't expect that I was going to have a following. I just made a username, right? And I also didn't know that T90 is the name of a really popular Russian tank. So that was a bit of a surprise. So yeah, that's kind of the whole story. Holy fish traps over here. Look at this. Oh, yellow spacing the fish traps a little bit more evenly. Okay. You can make fish traps right up against the dock, by the way. Yeah, maybe they don't think you can make them in this here. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, getting some more food income on those fish traps. Not a bad thing. Have you ever played World of Tanks? No, but apparently there's an esport for that. Not really a big tank guy, despite being T90, so... Someone says I do the same, but Air Jordan was already taken. Yeah. Did you guys know that Jordan, the Age of Empires 2 Pro, his name is not Jordan? His name is Marco. And his name used to be Jordan 23 because he likes basketball, and he did that after Michael Jordan. So many people don't realize that because everyone just calls him Jordan, and Jordan is a name, right? It's not like with me, you don't think my first name is T90 and my last name's official, right? So, but yeah, Jordan's name is Marco, not Jordan. It used to be Jordan 23 for years and years and years. So trade, let's look at how this trade is running. So Hopper is choosing to trade from the north over towards the west, which means he's trading through a lot of people, which is usually not what you want to do, but he's getting a ton of gold right now. So that's big, and then eventually you could use that gold to make a lot of army, right? Next, you're going to tell me Viper's name isn't Viper. Yeah, Viper's name is not Viper. It's hard for me to really say what's going to happen in this game, guys, because everyone's just shut up at this point. I'm the only one who's chatting, and they're going for the economic approach. And if there's not any conversation about killing Hopper, if he's got this much trade already, very good signs for him. Look how little faith he has in people here. He's going to wall himself into this corner. But the thing you've got to say about Hopper, guys, despite his success, he has always been pretty faithful to his team, right? He has backstabbed in the, like, at end portions of the game, but he'd always work alongside the people he said he's going to work with for a time, right? But who did he say he was going to kill at the start? I forget exactly who it was. Maybe it was orange, or maybe it was purple. One of those two. I got you on my side. I am happy. Not sure about everyone else, honestly. Okay, so I'm wondering if Blue truly wants to team with Hopper. It could be a good play, but Blue could also pass information along to the others. I think Blue said earlier we got to watch out for some of these big dogs. And Green now says, hey, Ninja, let's be friends. We'll see if Ninja takes the deal. Why is it so rarely traded north, south, east, west? It should be more efficient. Well, because you're going through a lot of other people's bases. It's much harder to protect it. But in this case, since everyone started up in the north, I think you can make an argument that maybe north-south isn't much worse than what they're doing right now. Orange is calling Hopper corner boy. And that's exactly what Hopper's done. I think everyone wanted to be a little corner boy, but they ended up in the same corner. That's kind of awkward. Corner boy would not agree. By the way, corner boy, I've been trying to keep an eye on him. Haven't seen him play in a long time. Be curious to see if he comes back to the game. This has been a very economic game. On Bay, not Pants. And it's been pretty good. for a Nomad start. Very expansive game. But you know what's interesting? Back to the trade, though. There is one direction that's pretty much eliminated as a possibility, and that is south to east. So, you know, that probably means these corners here become more important. I don't know. T90 bullied a player out. Dude, I didn't bully him out. I revealed his reputation to tons of people, and his rank went higher. He went up by 300 elo. I think he is an example of a player who might have only liked to play certain maps, and maybe he doesn't like to wait for the map pool to change into African clearing all the time. Because he wouldn't even play regular Nomad. He liked the corner. And you can't go to the corner on Nomad because the water's there. What works good for Teutons, Green? And Sir Explosive Hopper with the obvious response of it depends. But he says versus Red, Teutonic Knights will do just fine most of the time. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it depends what Red's making. If Red makes Mamelukes, Teutonic Knight works, and Red is making Mamelukes. Hopper's just been given some good tips thus far. Big build-up here of military buildings for Shulker. Shulker's like that guy who... He's like that old man who moved into these areas before all these kids grew up and started buying houses. You know, he had all this free land. I was here back in the day before you guys polluted my lands with barracks and legionaries, you know? He was here first. He had a great idea, and then everyone's like, actually, that's some free... That's nice. Okay. Not calling Shulker old, you know, it's just saying. Okay. Red says, what's the plan, everyone? Hopper says he needs a toilet break. And then Orange says, you tell us, Mr. Score Lead. That would put me on edge a little bit if I was Red. Because I'd be like, ooh, that is true. I do have a score lead right now. Let's look at the stockpiles. Holy resources, man. Look how much everyone has on gold. Insane amounts on gold. Obviously, some of that's trade carts, but then you have gold miners as well. Dang. Is this the last community game? If this goes on for 5 hours, 100%. If it goes on for 3 hours, maybe? Probably not. I don't know. I never know because I never know how long these games go. So I should have just said it depends. I would like to do more. We can have 50% map control and then we win. So Human genuinely wants to work with Hopper. And they're talking about holding this third, I guess. Well, he said 50%. It'd be more like maybe 33%. Why you insist on making it close to my king? I don't know what he's trying to make. Oh, the market? Yeah, Hopper is just not allowed Orange to get through there. I'm surprised, guys. I'm surprised that we don't have Red chatting to anyone at this point. You're top scored and you've been called out for it. I think you should be starting to interact with some of these people here and say, hey, this is our plan. Like, do you want to work with me? Who do you want to kill? Blah, blah, blah. There's very little animosity in this game. Like, we had a game a couple weeks ago where players got upset with each other and started to fight over what colors they could select before the game even started. And that game was just ridiculous because there was a lot of early action here. What is this? You can't fit that siege tower in a transport ship. Age of Empires 2 is too realistic for that. How does that work? Did they lay it down? Does it fold up? How? What? At the very least, you think that thing's going to be pretty heavy. They might need to add another sail on there to move it through the waters. Okay. Just Age of Empires 2 things. I think it's the first time I've ever seen a siege tower in a transport ship. Who's attacking me, Grit? Says Red. After Blue said if you attack Red. Oh, and this is Teal saying I think Red has to go. Okay, so they're chatting through things. I think Shulker wanted to put his monk in the siege tower, but you can't put monks in siege towers. He wants this relic. But he's realizing now that monks don't go in siege towers. And he's probably like, crap.
Yes.
You and me, Shulker, says Red, over to Shulker, who's not necessarily known for being responsive in these situations. So I guess the team right now is definitely Hopper and Orange. Okay. He's got the villager in the siege tower. I don't know if you guys know this, but they open this for airflow. So when the siege, you can't have it open while it's running, because the engine in the siege tower just, it makes things a little complicated. But here he goes. Boom, and then opens for airflow. Now, I don't know how you're going to get the villager back. What is this, Shulker? I feel like you're just going to make Hopper suspicious of you. Can you imagine, by the way, trying to team up with somebody and they don't respond because they're looking at this the whole time? Shulker wants that relic, and he's going to build the monastery, and he's going to wall in the area, and he's going to get that freaking relic. I think his king is still in his starting TC, says Teal. What are they talking about here? I think are they talking about red, or are they talking about green? Probably in castles behind walls, says Gray. Okay, so Gray and Teal definitely are ready to go. That's a lot of stables for a Malay player. Malay elephants are very cheap, though. And an elephant's an elephant. I hear villagers dying. It's not of the flu. This is the king's orders to sacrifice the villagers when they've worked too long. They're too old. They're too decrepit. Just chop off their heads. Or, you know, in this case, Ian just wants more population space. Red killing Vills, building lots of meme. Okay, I was wondering why they were saying meme. Meme equals Memalukes. They're no meme, though. Mamalukes are really good. I think they're slept on a little bit. I think people don't realize how good they are. Shulker gets the relic, and now Hopper lets him be here, but deletes... sorry, just stonewalls it in. This is kind of funny. Wouldn't surprise me if Shulker eventually just deletes that monk. There's been, like, very little fighting. It's been such a boomy map. And Grit says, hey, Red, what is your plan? He's saying this again in front of everyone. And it honestly feels like the game where the first person attacks is just seen as a bad guy. Well, no, I disagree with that. If they're top score, yes. Like, if Red tries to kill someone right now, he's doomed. You can't be the first guy to do it. I think there's very little trust for Red as well, because he's very close to everyone else. Very little trust for Ian. Ian's a nice guy. He's been around a while. I don't actually know if this is the Ian, so I could be wrong. But I'm 50% certain it is. I had a meetup in the US in like 2017, 2018. I expected like 2 people to show up. We had 12, and Ian was one of them. Yes. I don't know if this is that Ian, but he's a very nice guy. I'm sure if it's not that Ian, then this guy's also very nice. So he hasn't said he's gonna kill anyone, but he also hasn't shown his kindness in this game because he hasn't really chatted to anybody. And I get it, like early stages, but at this point, dude, you're sitting on 13k gold. How about you talk to somebody? Shulker says, if you let me leave with Relic, I'll delete all in your base. Deal, Hopper? And Hopper says, yes, go. What? He's getting away with this? How? What in the world? He actually is getting away with this. Is he going to take the siege tower home too? Well, there's not a hole here. Wow, okay, I did not expect that to work out. He's in the middle, scores lower, but it's Shulker. And Shulker says, let me out, please. Some people have different priorities, you know? Red is going to make a move. Thanks for deleting your base. Says Hopper. Hopper's going to kill it now. Finally, we get some action in this game. Hopper says, thanks for deleting. And now he wants that relic. He deleted his walls to trick him too, which is so unnecessary. All he had to do was just kill it. Shulker says, guess I can't trust you then. Well, I guess that's fair. And Shulker turns on him. He also turns on purple at the same time. I don't know if he's ready to fight. And now Hoppers declares war on Shulker. So that's actually our first change of alliances in this game. And it's all over a relic. Not sure why Shulker turned on purple. Might have been a misclick there. Orange says, we are the biggest peace project since the European Union. It's quiet. Yes, it's been almost an hour. The only thing that's died has been an old man holding a relic. Gotta love the siege tower being attacked by Navy, and Shulker just deletes it. You better be careful with the Navy situation, though, Shulker. It's all pretty close. This is gonna start with a bang, man. Like, everyone's boomed up. Everyone's ready. No one wants to be the first person to fight because everyone's in such a good spot. Everyone's so wealthy. Hey, Gray, how is life? Do you have any plans? Green's going to orange. Who are we going to attack? I love how Orange has been thinking of the content. He asked Green earlier, what are your plans for good content? He now is thinking about titles. He says, I can already think of a title. T90 wanted us to kill each other. Instead, we win together. Oh, he's saying this to Hopper. Oh, but he might be appealing to Hopper because Hopper's already in a lot of videos. And he might care about his reputation. That's a good one. Hopper says, yes, but the friendship prevailed. I like it. Listen, if I know Hopper Green... if I know Hopper Orange... His narrative is gaining your trust through these words and then killing you. Anyways, Orange says he's ready. We will get to see Romans in action. Oh, not from Orange, though. That would be great. My bad. Got some legionaries. Pretty strong units. Got the unique tech, so there's a bit of a charge attack on them. What? Okay, guys, someone's gonna have to make a move, all right? I don't know who it's gonna be, but someone's gonna have to make a move. Okay, is Red gonna do it? They've gone too far, though. If you're the first to make a move, you just die here. Like, the second Red starts attacking someone, 3 people pounce on him. Everyone's got too many castles. Everyone's got too much gold. Everyone's got too many production buildings. The exception would be if you kill someone when you open up to attack. Then there's an explosion, then it relieves some pressure. Let's attack him once he moves border. And I think they're talking about Red right now. There goes Gray with his legionaries. And, okay, maybe Red perceived this as a threat, but he does turn on Gray. Let's see how these Mamelukes perform against the legionaries. First time I've ever seen Mameluke v Legionary. One of the few times you might see it. And here we go. Gray says to his team, teal and blue, he turned. Yo, legionaries are doing pretty good. And again, Red just needs to micro a little bit. Hopper is proposing some type of plan on the other side. The Shulker might regret just immediately enemying Green, but maybe he'll, see that as a positive, that he knows he can't trust him. Not gonna turn till I'm in his walls, says Teal. What do you even mean? Oh, till he's past the walls. Oh, yeah, that's a good plan. You got to get pretty far in there first before you make that turn. Also, the rock being here and not allowing a full wall there is a very interesting aspect of this map. Yeah, Mamelukes should destroy this. I do not think the Romans actually have a strong counter to Mamelukes, except maybe they're Scorpions. Orange says he's going to be doing a just passing moment soon. There is a just passing moment over here. Does Ian see this? He does. Elephants should get shredded by the Mamelukes, but there's a lot of elephants. That's 18,000 HP of elephants. The king relocated into this castle. All right. Red turns. Understanding this is what was going to happen. And you do not get lots of armor upgrades on your elephants as the Malay either. The elephants die quickly, but can they kill the Mamelukes quickly too? Again, there's just a lot of pressure on red. Now he's got, you know, this he's still dealing with. Gray was trading here, though, so he's going to lose a lot of his trade to this. Mamelukes seem like they're eating. They over 50 kills. All right, green. Possibly going to make a move. Blue now makes the move in support. And blue is... Oh, okay. It's just the castles, I guess, that are just killing some red units right now. But he's going to move in with cannons and elite Teutonic Knights and Halbs. A good composition. I don't care who you are. You can't beat 3 people coming at you all the time if you then end up losing your trade. Red will lose his trade here. And I think the diplomacy just hasn't been very good. You got to have someone on your side. You got to try. Mamelukes are going to have amazing kills. But I think red could end up losing everything. Look at that stream of elephants. Hey, man, meant to pick Magyard. Elephants streaming forward. And then there's going to be siege eventually here from blue as well. Now, you know what would be so sick, guys? It'd be so sick if orange could gain Hopper's trust of all people. And then somehow kill it. That's where my brain's going right now. Because orange is like, Hopper, what do you want to do? Hopper, I trust you. Hopper, you're in control right now. Take control, Hopper. You're the one who should lead us to victory. Let's be friends forever. You know, there's a whole lot of that. But I don't think he's going to be very easy to make that type of play. I mean, he's fortified. He knows he's got safe space there. The Shulker is sending villagers this way. And that was noticed by Hopper. He lets orange know, and orange turns on Shulker, so Shulker's not able to get out. Again, lack of chatter as well from Shulker, though. And he just declares war on orange. He's fine. Screw you. You want to do that to my poor villagers? Go for it. And just as we expected, even though the Mamelukes were strong on their own, there's just so much running in. And with power of numbers, the gray, teal, and blue team, they could clear out red here pretty quick. Now, they've got to be real careful with this, because if red's anywhere near them when he dies, it could lead to them dying. And Ian still has lots of resources, I'm sure, but maybe right now he feels like I'm just going to die. I've got no way to come back from this, so I need to make them pay. And there he goes with his king. It'll be extremely hard to kill blue because blue's king is down here. But he does have his king on the move right now. But it is a Teuton castle. It does have crenellations. I'm not sure about ballistics. Let's see. It will have lots of range, this castle. Okay, gray has been turned on by Hopper. That shakes things up. And does blue see this, or is his unit just automatically firing? I don't think he sees this. Okay. So gray has been enemied by Hopper. It's a big move here. Oh, God. Shulker is not being attacked. Sorry, he is like the only one over here that's not attacking red right now. Does gray see this? Do they see this? I do not know if they see this. Oh, no! Wait! Shulker kills him. Wait. When did he enemy red? I don't even know. Oh, Shulker did it maybe because red turned on him? I don't know. Anyways, Shulker's gonna die. His king is in this castle. And that's going to lead to an explosion. I don't think he understands that this has happened right now. So we went from 1 going down. It's going to be 2 going down. There will be another explosion after that. It could affect some of the others over here, but I don't think it'll be that crazy. And red's out of the game just like that. Now gray, his teammates, teal and blue, they need to come save him. And I don't know if they really have the time. The king is currently in this castle. Actually, I think he will have the time. He's actually playing really well. He's got tons of military, and legionaries will be really good against champions and against rams. And Shulker, sorry, Explosive Hopper has placed a wonder, guys. He wants to go for a wonder victory. He wants to do it on his own, while everyone is thinking about the kings. Before every game, I always say, remind the players that they can win with wonder or relic victory. Hopper's won with relic victory before. It is the wonder victory, excuse me. it is probably the way to win on your own if you are a player who will eventually be targeted by everybody. But he didn't build it, actually. He didn't build it. He placed it, so we had the thing on our screen, but he didn't start it with his villagers, so he's just waiting. He feels like maybe it's too early. Now, if he would have hit that for a second, what it would have done is it would have played a sound for the players in this game. I do not believe he actually did it. I think he's just completely bailed on the idea for the time being. So he is saying to Orange, ask Red if you need. I'm going to send some units. Gray's holding. Blue's is back. What's our next move? Not sure exactly where he was. But it seems like Gray's passing along the information. Like, hey, we're going to go after green and orange now. So this will be interesting. Blue, like, they all have really good units for against the Celts. Elephants, legionaries, you know, champions, Teutonic Knights, and against the Sicilians as well. I think it will be very difficult for Hopper and for Mo to fight all these players if they're all working together. There's a lot of strength in the army, and then it could be a 4v2. I mean, orange and green are the top scorer right now, so it would make sense for the others to work against it. Okay. So anyways, elephants making progress, and oh god, Gray's actually, his king refuge is being attacked there by the cav. Gray, you gotta save your king, dude. You gotta save your king. That's not the direction you need to go. Where are you going? No! Run back to your castle. Are you crazy? You're not fallen yet, you ninja. Go! Oh, God, that's painful. I think he could have survived. I don't know why he left his castle. I think he just got a little too freaked out because he thought he was going to die soon. Anyways, Gray has fallen. And Fallen Tree Ninja, his king will lead to an explosion here, which will just clear out mainly his buildings. It will take out some of Orange's walls here. But that obviously is going to be a painful one for Gray to build back on. Because I think his teammates were on it. Like, his teammates were ready. This is kind of funny. Blue now doesn't have a dock for his fishing ships to drop off the food at. All right. Orange needs support. Hopper hasn't really built up to support his teammate. I mean, he has from over here, but that's not much. It's pretty far away. You think like Heavy Scorpion and Halb should be good against Malay Elephants? But again, it's a pop thing. Elephants are so cheap. Look how many there are. There's 64 of them. And if support comes in from other players now, Orange will die. Blue says, who is with us? Who's he saying this to? Hey, Blue, help us with them. We open up trade. Blue says, who is with us? Hopper says, me and Orange, we together. And Blue says, sure. Hopper says, help us out. I can sling you. We are fighting against Teal. And then Blue just asks against who. I don't think Blue should take that deal. I think that's a stupid deal to take. I think you avoid Hopper like the plague, and you just trade from this corner to this corner, and you work with Teal. Oh my god. Hopper, who is the one who convinced Blue to turn on Teal, now goes to Teal and snitches and says, Teal, I think Blue will attack you soon. He's tearing them apart, guys. He's trying to work the angles here to get them to turn against each other. And now Teal goes over to Blue and says, are you fighting Orange? And Teal is really uncertain on if Blue is loyal to him or not. And he's looking at it, and Blue's not fighting against Orange. Yo, that could be so good because, again, if things panned out as I thought it was going to go, Orange and Green would eventually die against all the others. Dang. And that's explosive Hopper Diplo for you, right? He's had some epic moments in Diplo if you watch some of those Diplo games where he just... If someone doesn't say no to him, he uses the fact that it's even just like a maybe against them and tries to turn all the other players against... for him and against each other. He's also being very nice. He's like, hey, if you need resources, I'll send you them right now. So he's being really helpful here. And Blue needs resources too, so that's a big part of it. He says, can you send gold, Hopper? Okay. Let's look at the resources. Okay, 2,000 gold goes right to Grit. Grit's going to like that. Hopper has 44k golds. He can't keep getting away with it. But they're also distracted. At what point would they maybe say, hey, guys, you know, the Hopper guy's in a lot of videos. Maybe we need to go kill him. I think they would do it if he was super high score. I think they would do it if this conflict between teal and orange was resolved. Whoa, 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 whoa. He sent gold to blue. He sent gold to teal. He sent gold to orange. He's funding this war right now. Hopper is chilling in his own base, sipping Mai Tais, funding this war for his benefit. Because if these guys all kill each other, that just means he can win with Wonder Victory. He says, I am fighting blue, which is BS because he's not fighting blue. He's sending blue resources. I mean, I guess they would have to look and they would have to see if he's actually doing this. Like this right here, he's attacking a dead guy's buildings, but they might look and be like, oh, he's near blue. Yeah, he's attacking. He's in blue's base. Okay, got it. Back to my fight. Dang. Okay. So, the thing I'll say is, Arch is making progress against blue. So, I don't know. Like, teal's also kind of run out of steam here a little bit. Blue, attack orange. He betrayed us. It says green. Green is talking about his... Green is talking about... He's talking about the guy who's been his friend for so long. Yeah. God, freaking Hopper. I hate the fact he's getting away with it, but you can't help but be impressed. He says, blue attack orange. And blue immediately turns on orange. And then he goes to orange. He says, okay, let's attack him. I attack blue right now. He's full of shit. Excuse my language. He's full of it. It's working. He's getting them all to turn on each other. And he's not helping. He's attacking a dead player to seem as though he's active. Now, I think it's just been too long since Hopper's been in a game for people to remember how he tends to play. It's working really well. Now, the only way I think they all realize that Shulker, and like, sorry, not Shulker. The only reason they'll ever shift their focus from this type of situation is if someone dies, right? So if orange dies, for example, then they all reassess the situation and think, oh, maybe we need to kill Hopper. So that's a big thing. Another thing would be if Hopper started to make the Wonder now. If he starts to make the Wonder now, then they're all like, wait a second, guys. We can't have that. Now, Green did just say he's going to snipe Purple's King. I don't know, as he continues to attack dead gray units, I don't know how he's going to do that. Okay. What's happening? Blue care, Hopper is down by you. Blue says, yeah, he's slinging gold to kill you, but no doubt in my mind. Okay, so blue has admitted he's receiving gold, and orange is receiving tons of res right now. Teal says, I'm just taking his money. Blue says, yeah, same. Okay, so they at least aren't being completely worked by it. They're just taking Green's money, and they're not planning on working with him in the long term, which I think is fine, but I think the wonder aspect is going to make things interesting. Blue says, first we finish orange. Okay. Oh my god, Blue said it to Hopper, and Hopper responds with good point. Oh no, this is like in... Oh god, that's horrible. Because the puppeteer's been puppeteering. Is that what you say? And you've just told him your plan. Oh no. Oh, that's horrible. That's just horrible. Okay, what happens? I don't know if Blue knows he screwed up. Unless maybe he didn't screw up. Oh, no, he said first we finished orange. I thought he said green. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay, we won't edit that out because Hardy needs a break, but I'm sorry. I'm just so invested in this. Okay, just keep King safe. I will snipe Purple's King. Meanwhile, Purple's King is here. Purple's King is here. Purple did a really bad job of concealing where his king was. Actually, he did a pretty good job, all things considered. So I would actually like to look back, maybe see, there must have been a treason research there. We don't have the notifications here. But Purple, you've got to run, dude. You could save yourself if you realize, but I think he's making such nice progress here. He's not going to realize. The only thing that could save him is his gather point could be going somewhere else because he's been producing units out of his castles. Oh, boy. Or it could just not have a gather point at all. And that king is going to die, and Purple's now out of the game. So Purple's out of the game. Shulker deletes his units to delete... why do I keep saying Shulker? Sorry, Hopper deletes his units to delete the evidence. He then says to Orange he killed Purple. He says, ask Rez, I'm coming to help now. And Orange says, Hopper, help. Because this is getting really bad for Orange. But as the explosion happens and Purple's gone, we'll see how this goes. Teal does say that's not good for us, and now Hopper starts with the Wonder. Okay. So, everyone right now, everyone who's remaining, which is only 3 players, they need to say, okay, we can't let this guy do this. And look at this. Hopper says to the only 3 remaining, who he's all been slinging for the last 20 minutes. He's been paying them off, basically. He says, I got you. Let's win with this Wonder. He's letting them think, hey, we're a part of this together. And why wouldn't they think that? Because they've been receiving tons of gold from the guy. He's a nice guy. Blue says, I'm not sure if that's how this works. So Blue's skeptical. Orange is like still in fight mode. And he says, I got their trade. Like he's really thinking, you know, he's doing good things for the team. But, you know, I don't know if he's fighting for himself or if he's fighting for Hopper right now. And he says, just make sure you have Allied Victory selected. No. If Hopper doesn't have it selected, it doesn't matter what you have selected. And I guarantee you Hopper will not have it selected. Because he did this before. Hey, Orange, we need you to stop Wonder. This is what Grit needs to do. This is the right play from Grit. Okay, we got it now. Nice fighting, says Hopper to everyone. Oh, God. Oh, God. Teal is trying to kill here. No. Bazooka, you can't kill Orange. You actually need him. Hopper is telling Orange to run with the king. How do you know... How do I know that you have ally enabled, says Orange to Green. So he's skeptical. Let's fight Green, bury the axe of war. Mighty Grit, regardless of what happens, this is the right play. Thank you for this. Teal says, are you sure? Orange is huge. Orange is needed to get to this Wonder. You're going to have a countdown soon. You cannot have these little side battles and get away with killing a better player here. You just can't. Hopper, oh, he feels so good right now. He feels so good. He says, man, these guys just trust me, which is true. It's been like super amounts of trust there. But I think the tides are changing here. Look, he says Green will win. Orange, they're trying to convince Orange to team up with them. Shulker, why do we keep saying Shulker? Oh, God. Sorry. Hopper, he really thinks that he's got this in the bag. Orange is still giving Green a chance to explain himself. He says, but how do I know you keep it? He's like, how do I know that I'm actually going to be teamed with you? How do you know I'm part of this win? You don't. There's no way that you can know. You just have to trust him. And I think you should listen to your gut on this one, Orange. Now he's saying, Shulker, talk to me. What? Now man, this is the closest Shulker has been to a Wonder victory in a community game. Everyone's talking about him. Okay, Green says, you don't know. You are at a mercy of Sir Explosive Hopper, who is known for his trustworthiness. Okay, well, that doesn't help you. And Orange says, man, we have to kill them first. Then we good. T90 at 1 with a Wonder on Pilgrims. I'm sorry, I'm just making jokes. I don't remember that, but I think we have a better shot taking out Orange. We can beat Hopper 2v1. No, you can't. Orange, ally me. I'll drop King on Green. And blue says, no, we don't have that time. Yo, blue knows what's up. And orange finally allies blue. Owned by Bazooka needs to get in line here. That is a play that I don't think blue should do right now. The king drop on green. But a king drop here would be interesting eventually. Blue, done. Okay, so he allies. And now blue says, where is his king? Teal and orange still fighting. Hopper is not fighting, but guys, look at his res. He's got 30k gold. So he can make siege onagers for days. And there's a lot of infantry out there. They don't have a chance. Unless they work together. I don't know, use spies, he says. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Is he should research spies. But he's allied with him, and he's been receiving resources from this guy forever. If he just turns on him, then green's going to know. But, I mean, green should know anyways. Like, he says, then he will CI enemy him. Yeah, but what do you think's going to happen here? There's a 300-year countdown. I don't really think they're going to have time to figure this out. I just think that... I mean, resources have been sent for this victory, right? But Hopper's just got the positioning. Ooh, nice wonder, by the way. I haven't seen the Sicilian wonder before. I mean, he's got trade through orange, and nothing's being done about it. And he's got a wonder that's sitting here with a timer, and there's still other players fighting amongst themselves. He's got navy prepared, if need be, on the shoreline, so there can't be a transport or whatever. And he's still... Hopper's loving it. He's funding the war. He's sending resources to teal and orange so they can still afford to fight each other. He says, sorry, I forgot to ally. Okay, so I thought blue was allied with orange. I guess he wasn't. Look! He's still giving gold to the two players that are fighting. It's the perfect play. I feel bad for the players because when they rewatch this, they're going to be like, God, that was so stupid of us. But you just don't know in the game. It's a completely different situation. There's you know, the mom spaghetti situation because you want to win the game for yourself. You don't want to be seen as weak for just not killing off a guy that you've been fighting. He literally just said to teal and orange to keep it up. He's being so transparent. Yeah, well, they don't know it's going to both players. They think that Big Daddy Sir Explosive Hopper, who's got all this gold, right? They think that it's like a pad of approval. Like, good stuff, good stuff. Good job, teammate. I've got your back. Good job. Blue recognizes that this is like what's going to happen, but the other two aren't as agreeable. Orange at least thinks he needs to kill green, but teal and orange are still fighting each other. It's all wasted time and wasted resources. Blue doesn't... I don't think blue gets it. He says, someone kill navy, then I'll go. He doesn't... He hasn't fully convinced these two to stop engaging against each other. Okay, more resources just going right to teal and right to orange. Hopper probably can't believe it right now. He's like, what? How is this working? I haven't had to defend myself at all. Okay, gonna send wood. And blue's just like, well, I guess we'll give it a shot. The blue's like, let's just try. He says, wonder victory is lame. I'd prefer this attempt be a little bit more involved with his team. The Navy moved. Hopper is not doing anything. Like, all he has to do is chill. And he immediately talks to blue. I think that ping was from Hopper. He actually pinged the king to let blue know that he saw it. And Hopper, we need to kill. I don't know what this to get awkward at 100 years. Dude, human, I know Hopper told you at the start of the game that you guys are going to be friends forever. But if you watch my cast, in that moment, I said that Hopper wants you to think that his title for this is not friends forever. It's making, you know, it's classic betrayal. Okay, let's see what happens here. Is Hopper gonna fake like he's fighting here? He just ran through. Didn't kill anything of value there. Okay, blue's making a move for it again. Got some scorpions here from orange, as he's now turned on blue. So I guess he just felt like, well, what is blue doing for me right now? He's doubled down. He's like, I'm teamed with Hopper. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Well, orange kills blue. There will be no explosion because the king is now dead. So let's see. I think we're going to find out about this betrayal sooner rather than later. Now teal allies? Now teal allies with orange? Are you kidding me, bro? You choose at... He literally did it at Blue's funeral. Sometimes that's what it takes, right? When you're alive, you don't get the result you want. But then when a good friend dies and suddenly you're like, you know what? We got to be bigger than this. Life is short. Are you kidding me? Right after Blue dies? Okay, so what's happening? So Orange still is drinking the Kool-Aid. He still thinks that he can be a part of this victory with Hopper. Hey, maybe, guys, maybe I'm wrong, by the way. Maybe Hopper will give the Wonder Victory to Orange. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. So, okay. Action continues. Big shots here from Blue's cannon. He's obviously out of the game already, but he's still killing some stuff. That's cool. And I think we're watching players get played a little bit here, my friends. Hopper, I think this is his easiest community game when he's had in terms of the diplomacy. He's been very transparent on, or at least it seemed very obvious. Poor Orange, he's worked a long work week according to what he said. He just wanted to get into a game. He'd love to win. Hopper is loading up petards into Orange's castle here.
Yes.
Okay, one more, then we can win, he says. Hopper's still sending res. Orange says, I distract. Oh, poor Orange. It's gonna look bad. Green says, ping me his king. I think Hopper's just gonna kill Orange, honestly. Teal says, Orange, green is coming to win, but the messages aren't going to Orange. They're going to Blue, his dead teammate. Blue and purple, both of which who died in awkward circumstances. I think maybe Mighty Grid could have used just one more, I think he could have used like one or two more attempts to be like, yo, guys, stop it. You know, like he was pretty quick to just YOLO his king. I just didn't see enough chatter towards Orange and towards Teal. Because I remember one conversation where Teal said, are you sure? I think we need to kill Orange. But there was no real fight back against that. I think Blue was just like, I can't deal with these fools. The king for Teal isn't too far away from all this. It's actually in the town center for purple. But Hopper, like, he feels like he hasn't even had to fight any main battles here. Still here, you get him. Oh, Orange is taking his hook, line, and sinker. Orange, let's bury the hatchet. We can't let green win like this. Okay, he finally fixed his chat settings. Could they do it in Blue's honor? I think that, guys, what's it called when you've committed too much time towards something? Like the wrong way of doing something where you can't emotionally accept that you had to change? Is it like time sunk fallacy, cost sunk fallacy, something like that? I think for Orange is where you're at right now. If you suddenly decide now that, you know, for the last hour you've been being played, it's a horrible realization. And, well, okay. Well, all right, Teal's dead. And... oh! I'm so sorry, Orange. I am... I am so sorry. I did not expect Allied Victory to actually work. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say... I don't think that Sir Explosive Hopper wanted it to work either. Wait, what? Listen, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Hopper wanted to kill Orange right after this. And I don't know if he forgot to remove Allied Victory or if it was a bug or whatever, but he's got stuff ready to go here, dude. Like, he is ready to try and kill Orange as well. Hopper is saying in chat, I didn't have it on. Well, here I was, Mr. Judgy Judge McJudginson, judging Orange for trying to trust Green, but whether it was a bug or what, Orange actually gets joint victory with Green. Now, I don't know if they're going to go to the bar afterwards and share a drink about it, because the entire time Orange was being played, but congratulations, human. Unlike any of us expected, you actually end up getting the victory here. And Hopper, not only do you not get the main victory here, my friend, you are 10K score behind. How does that make you feel? Man, what a game. I mean, Hopper was playing them the whole time. It became very obvious for us. It was a really good job from Hopper, though, to recognize, like, way earlier when he originally placed the Wonder. Let's not do that yet. And he just started, like, feeding people resources. He was funding battles that would further his cause, and then he was pretty set up to defend. I mean, he didn't get attacked at all at home. I said before the game, maybe you shouldn't trust the guy. I think he made it real obvious. Like, I don't think he was super deceiving about it, but he was really far away from everyone, which helped. And sometimes when you've been fighting people for so long, you just don't want to change that, and that happens a lot. It was a pretty interesting game. A really nice map. Thank you very much to Shulker for making it. In terms of trade profit, it was all right for Hopper. He had 130k gold brought in. He did send 70k resources, of which maybe half or more of that was gold, to other players. And, like, look how many people receive resources. Orange received 50k resources, and he also received a victory from Sir Explosive Hopper here. Okay, I imagine there might actually be some details on this. I've been told to check the chat, so let me do that real quick and see if there is some further context to how this game ended. Sir Explosive Hopper shows a screenshot. He said, I didn't have Allied Victory selected. Thanks, DE. I was going to snipe Orange. And yes, here's the screenshot of his Diplo menu. And Hopper did not have Allied Victory selected. However, the fact that one of the players did, we know Orange did, dude. Orange wanted that so bad. The fact that one player did led to it somehow triggering an Allied Victory there. So, Hopper wanted the betrayal. He would have gotten it, but due to the definitive edition and all its quirks and bugs, I think Human in his first community game ever gets a win. And I think when we look back on this game, when we, decades from now, look at this game, I don't think we'll remember Hopper, honestly. I think the only person we're going to remember is Human/Mo. That's at least what I'm going to write in the record books. Sarcasm, obviously. Some big plays there from Explosive Hopper. But yeah, good stuff. Okay.